it's time to talk about AEW Dynamite. I'm joined by Dave from Craftstream Productions.
Hey, what's going on?
And KK416.
Hello.
We also may hear Dum Dum in the background, which is Dave's roommate. So just keep in mind if you hear a weird... There's Dum Dum now. So if you do hear a voice in the background, that could be Dum Dum. Just to let you all know before. Dum Dum enjoyed AEW, if anyone wanted to know, because he watched it with Dave. Well, part of it anyway. Let's kick off with this show. We kick off with Hangman Adam Page facing off against MattCaster. He did his rapping gimmick before he came out, and it was actually a good match, to be fair. Buckshot lariat for the win for Hangman Adam Page.
It was a good match. I agree.
Yeah, I ended up having instead of Budweisers, they said Page Wazers.
Nice.
I give that match a 3.7 out of 5.
I'd give it a solid 3.25 out of 5. It was a very solid match. Yeah. It's been confirmed that next week, Pac and Ray Phoenix will be challenging for the AEW World Championships next week on Dynamite. There was an interview with the whole Death Triangle, best friends with Orange Cassidy and Chris Statlander interrupted, talking about how they're not worthy for the championships and that. And then they're like, "With the boys are back in town, we've got an alien with us now." That was a nice little segment. Honestly, I think if Best Friends faced off against Death Triangle, that would be a good match.
It would.
Yeah.
We then had the Inner Circle return. They were talking about the Pinnacle, and then they referred to MJF as my jerk-off friend, which was quite amusing.
That was the greatest part of that whole segment. My jerk-off friend. My jerk-off friend.
But the main point of this is the Pinnacle, Inner Circle.
MJF, right? My jerk-off friend.
Blood and Guts, May 5th. A special edition of Dynamite where these two teams get locked in two cages.
So they're doing what we thought they were going to do with it?
Yeah.
They're doing the blood and guts.
It was going to happen. They moved on from Inner Circle and Elite because of how far they moved the Elite storyline along.
Yeah.
They had to bring Matt Hardy in for that, and then it didn't happen. So one of the Young Bucks was injured, so they brought Matt Hardy in, and that match never happened. So you know what? This will be a very good match.
Yeah.
And then we got to see a Christian Cage interview. He was asked about being back in the ring, and he said it was a great match. He was then interrupted by Taz saying, "You want to be a part of Team Taz?" And he's like, And then Taz's like, "Sleep on it, man. Get back to me next week."
Yeah, I gave that a 3.8 out of 5.
Yeah, but it wasn't bad. I mean, to be fair, Christian Cage is not going to be joining Team Taz.
Chuck that back towards the computer.
Yeah.
We then go to a very good tag team match: Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus versus Bear Country.
That was a really good match, actually.
This was, well, I would have said match of the night if it weren't for the main event. It's a very, very good tag team match.
It felt like Godzilla versus Kong.
It's basically what they built it as.
Yeah. They built it as the King Kong versus Godzilla match.
Yeah, Jurassic Express picked up the victory.
I think so. Because I mean, Bear. Don't get me wrong. Bear Country may be good, but they're new, so
They're
gotta wait
definitely
your turn.
impressed tonight, though. I think they
They're
definitely proved to people who they are and what they're about.
they're like real like AEW Dark OGs.
Yeah. Then we got a QT Marshall promo after that, talking about being left dead in the water before he even started. He will never be a superstar like Cody. He's not worried about other people's success, so he put over his group members for some reason. Anthony Ogogo spoke for the first time. Says he punches people for fun. Marshall said this is his fucking factory, and Nick Camorotto threw paint at the Nightmare Family wall. The group, I'm going to guess, is called The Factory.
Seems like it.
It was a good promo. I like QT Marshall. I like QT
Seems
Marshall,
like
who has a set of balls, though, to be perfectly honest.
Seems like wrestling companies have been using paint a lot lately to destroy stuff.
Yeah, clearly.
Braun Strowman, Miz, now QT.
We get to a fantastic promo. Sting got brought out by Tony Schiavone. Jake Roberts came out and started talking about last week. And then Lance Archer came out and said, "This is my time, not your time. This is my time. I should be in the main event. Why am I forgotten?" And Sting's like, "I agree with you."
Yeah.
And he's like, "You need to help Archer channel his energy into being a main event talent before demanding that Archer make it happen. You need to focus his mind into it." Overall, I like Lance Archer. They need some big monster heels, and Lance Archer can definitely be one of them.
I wanted to see Brody versus Harper. I mean, not Brody versus Archer.
Yeah, that would have been a great match. Shame it didn't ever happen.
Yeah, then we had the, what was it, Darby versus, what's his name?
JD Drake. Yeah. This was a very, very good performance from Drake. Gonna be honest, didn't know who this guy is. He's got my attention. He did a very, very good job against Darby Allin. I generally thought for a moment that he could actually have won the match. He was a very believable opponent for Darby Allin.
Yeah.
Dave, what did you think about
it? For being somebody that we'd personally never seen before, he did a really good job.
Yeah. After the match, Butcher Blade attacked Darby Allin. Sting and Dark Order ran out to chase them off.
Why'd Dark Order come out is my question.
Because they're feuding with Private Party and Matt Hardy.
Good point.
Yeah, they're going after them people, so that's why they came out.
Yeah, Taya Conti didn't waste her time to put her hands on the bunny.
They could put their hands on me anytime. Can't believe nobody agreed. Then we go to a Chris Jericho interview. Immediately got beat down by the Pinnacle, but Mike Tyson of all people saved Chris Jericho. They shook hands and buried the hatchet.
Business has just picked up.
One good spot in this though is Pinnacle were being locked backstage. They actually broke through the door. Very nice spot.
They buried the hatchet between Tyson and Jericho.
Yeah, but Pinnacle broke the door, dude. We need to talk about the door. Screw Mike Tyson. Who is he? Nobody. I'm kidding. Yeah, it's nice to see that Jericho and Tyson have now, well, to be honest, they probably made up years ago, but on screen they're officially friends now.
Yeah.
Britt Baker brought up the fact that the rankings are bullshit. They blanked it out the word bullshit though, but they don't blank out the word bitch. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, didn't blank out the word bitch later on in the show.
But they blanked out the word shit and bullshit. I don't get it. But Britt Baker basically said that it doesn't matter. I'm a draw. Either way, I'm going to keep racking up wins to get a championship title shot. Yeah, it's not a little bad thing, is it, KK, for that little segment?
No.
After that...
So Taya Conti continues. It seems like Taya Conti. She's coming after Shida.
By the look of it, yeah. After that, we go to the match: Ty Conti versus Bunny. Shida was there at ringside. Ty Conti came out with -1. Lucky bastard. Yeah, and Ty Conti picked up the victory, which was it was actually a really good match. I'd say Bad Bunny's best match in AEW.
Probably. That's the most work I've seen her do.
Yeah. What did you think of this match, Dave?
For a women's match, I was quite impressed.
I gave it 3 out of 5.
Like women's matches are usually so slow and just kind of drab. These two put on a show.
Yeah, definitely. Up there in really good AEW. The problem is with AEW women's matches as well. They don't tend to deliver a lot of the time, but this definitely delivered.
Very much so. Like I don't know how to put it. Just most times I could just turn off a women's match. I was actually kind of into that match.
Definitely. I 100% agree with you. After that, we go to our main event of the evening. Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers versus Jon Moxley and the Young Bucks. This was a very, very good match with a lot of storyline development at the end as well, which is one of the things I really liked about it. There was a lot of storyline development.
One of the biggest matches in AEW.
Yeah. What happened was towards the end of the match, Kenny Omega gave them an ultimatum, says, join me or we are done forever. Moxley, well, they had Kenny Omega at the Mercy, but they didn't pull the trigger. Jon Moxley lost his shit, came in, hit a paradigm shift, then got super kicked by both of the Young Bucks, who then gave him the win. After the match, Kenny, they took out Eddie Kingston as well. After the match, Kenny Omega's like, what happened? And he's like, them two, get them. And you're like, no, they helped you win. He's like, okay, you two super kick Moxley to prove that you have done what they are claiming. And they super kicked Moxley to end the show.
Poor Moxley.
Moxley deserved everything he got. You don't fuck with Bullet Club.
He's kind of getting buried now, and it sucks.
Oh, yeah.
I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd give this show a solid 7 out of 10.
6.5.
Damn, you weren't overly keen about this one then.
No, just -1 got me all jealous and shit. No, in all reality, let's call it a 7. It was a good show.
Yeah.
He was squeezing up on Ty Conti though.
I'm not bloody surprised, bro. It's Ty Conti. She's attractive, and he's a little kid. He's gonna get away with it. What's she gonna do? Claim that a freaking 8-year-old tried to do something? She ain't gonna say shit, is she? But yeah, overall, 7 out of 10. I really enjoyed that show. Looking forward to next week, where we get the next week lineup is Darby Allin versus Matt Hardy in a championship match by the look of it, in a Falls Count Anywhere match. That'll be great. Young Bucks versus Pac and Phoenix for the titles. Anthony Go-Go makes his debut. Jade versus Red Velvet. Calm down, KK. And Chris Jericho versus Dax Harwood, special guest enforcer Mike Tyson. All other members of the groups are banned from ringside. So next week's going to be a very good show.
Very good show.
Yeah, I'm massively looking forward to next week's show. But yeah, that's going to do it here for tonight. Thank you for watching this review. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Check out Dave at Crash Stream Productions. Links in the description below. And we shall catch you tomorrow for NXT UK Prelude and NXT TakeOver Night 2. Both of these will get a review, so check out this channel after the events for the reviews. Peace out, guys.
Peace.